Yan. So, welcome to our next topic, no? So, let us discuss derivatives of complex function. So, last time we tackled and identified what is a complex function. No? Basically, a complex function is composed of the complex number and yung mga variables natin, no? Complete variables of x and y. No? Or kung ano man yung mga variables na involved. Okay, so we all know that functions, no, yung mga functions na alam natin, all of them are differentiable. No, nakukuha natin derivatives nila. So that's the same case for complex functions, no? So ginagamitan din natin siya ng four-step rule, no? Four-step rule. So game. So ano ba yung four-step rule, no? Reviewin natin, no? Pero in terms of complex functions na, which is f of z. 'Di ba? F of z yung ating f of z yung ating function, no? So again, no, sa four-step rule, ano yung first step? 'Di ba doon sa x, 'di ba? Gagawin natin siyang x plus delta x. So in this case, gagawin natin siyang from f of z, lahat ng z gagawin nating z plus delta z. Okay, z plus delta z. Next, step 2. After natin ma-substitute from z to delta z, ima-minus natin yung original function. No? Ima-minus natin yung original function. Then after that, pag na-minus na natin, i-divide natin by delta z. Diba? So, plus delta z minus f of z over delta z. Diba? And last step, kukunin natin yung limit nung resulting expression natin, the limit of f of z plus delta z minus f of delta z over delta z as delta z approaches 0. No? And this is actually the derivative, no? d over dz of f of z. No? So, we are differentiating in terms of z, no? Not by any not by any letter. We are only differentiating in terms of delta of z. Okay? So, let's try, no? So, we have first pinapahanap sa atin, no? What is the derivative daw ng z squared, no? So by actually, no, rules of normal differentiation is also applicable to complex function. No, so this is also equal to 2z basically, no. Pero let's confirm using four-step rule, no. Bakit? Not all complex function has derivatives kasi, no? Just to confirm, no. So we have here z plus delta z, no, from z squared magiging z plus delta z squared. Diba? And alam natin, no, this is equivalent to what? z squared plus 2z delta z plus delta z squared. Diba? Then second step, ima-minus natin yung original function which is z squared. Diba? So makakancel na yung dalawang z squared natin. May iiwan ito. Next step, divide natin sa delta z. Diba? Plus z squared over delta z. And alam natin, no? Common factor sa kanila is delta z. So, pwede makancel yung delta z. May iwan yung isang delta z dun sa kabila kasi delta z squared yun eh. Okay? Then lastly, we have, diba? Ano ang naiwan? We have 2z plus delta z. And kukunin natin yung limit as delta z approaches 0. Diba? So, may iwan, makakancel to. Diba? Makakancel yan. So, therefore, ang sagot natin is 2z. Okay? So, yan yung, ito yung tinutukoy natin na applicable. Yung rules ng normal differentiation dito sa complex function natin. Okay? Next, number 2. Okay? So, we have here, so number 2, we're asked to get the derivative of the complex conjugate. Okay, so complex conjugate, no? So Let's see, no? Ano bang derivative nito in terms of the in terms of four-step rule. So, first lahat daw ng z, 'di ba? Again, no, first step, lahat ng z magiging z plus delta z. So, parehas silang merong conjugate, no? So, ayan siya. Next, ima-minus natin yung original function. So, may iwan is si delta, conjugate ng delta z. Diba? So, next, divide natin sa delta z. So, we have the conjugate ng delta z over delta z. And hindi sila pwedeng makancel, no? Bakit? Magkaiba po si conjugate delta z kay delta z. So, hindi sila pwedeng makancel. Then, lastly, okay, so let's evaluate the limit of delta z over conjugate of delta z over delta z as delta z approaches 0. And kapag ginawa natin to, magiging undefined. Diba? So, we need to look for another way. Is this function actually differentiable? Diba? Kasi, magiging undefined eh. Diba? Let's see. Baka mamaya naman may way, no? So, from delta z, gawin natin siya, diba yung z is equal to x plus jy. So, si delta z actually is equivalent to delta x plus j delta y. So, ko-convert natin siya to that. So, we have delta x. Diba? We have delta x minus, kasi conjugate to, j delta y over delta x plus j delta y. Kasi hindi naman naka-conjugate yung denominator. So, let us evaluate this in terms of the limit as delta x approaches 0 and delta y approaches 0. So, dapat equal sila. So, we have the limit of delta x minus j delta y over delta x plus j delta y, okay, as delta x approaches 0. Okay, so magiging negative j delta y over j delta y. And maka-cancel na to, di ba? So, ano may iiwan? We have, of course, yung negative, obviously. So, we have negative 1. Next, in terms of delta y naman, so we have delta x j delta y over delta x plus j. Dalawa pa rin delta ko dito. Naburayin natin yung isa. J delta y as delta y approaches 0. Okay? Then substitute, no? So, syempre, makakancel yung j delta y kasi 0 yan. Diba? Any number multiplied to 0 is 0. Okay? So, we have delta x over delta x. And, syempre, makakancel yan, obviously. So, may iwan is 1. Now, the question is the limit of the function as delta x approaches 0 is the same as the limit of the function as delta y approaches 0. Diba? Essentially is negative 1 equal to 1. Obviously, hindi. No, so, since diba, the limit of the function as delta x approaches 0 is not equal to the limit of the function, of the same function, as delta y approaches 0. So, therefore, hindi siya differentiable. Is not differentiable. Ayan. So, yun yung ibig sabihin. No? So, unlike ni algebraic function, no, almost everything is differentiable. No? So, sa kay complex function kasi, hindi lahat. No? Kaya, mas mainam na alam nyo pa rin yung yung four-step rule. No? So, let's proceed with the third example. Ito ay pwede na natin gamitan ng regular rules of logarithms to. Ay, logarithms tuloy. Differentials pala. Derivatives. No? So, number 3, we are asked to find for the derivative of wait lang. So, z squared over z plus j squared. So, remember guys, we are differentiating in terms of z. No, and obviously, this is a quotient operation. So, di ba, alam natin, kapag ka nagde-derivative tayo, dealing with quotient, we have a formula for that. We have v du minus u dv over v squared. Diba? In this case, ano yung u natin? Obviously, z squared. Yung v natin is z plus j quantity squared. No? So, let's substitute. Diba? So, we have here v. No? Ito yon, yung nasa baba. So, z plus j squared. Then, du, what is the derivative of z squared? Diba, alam natin that is 2z. Diba? Then, minus yung z squared natin times the derivative nito. What is the derivative of z plus j quantity squared? Ano yung derivative natin dito? So, we have what? 2z plus j2. Diba? 2z plus j2. So, bakit? Bakit siya naging 2z plus j2? Diba remember, u raised to n, no? Kapag kakanuha natin yung derivative nito, so we will have nu raised to n minus 1 du. Diba? Eh, ang u natin ay yung z plus j. So, we have 2. Diba? We have 2 times z plus j. 2 minus 1 is ano naman, is 1 naman, so hindi na natin siya kailangan isulat. Then the derivative of j plus z in terms of z is 1. No, kasi si z 1, then si j is 0. So, wala na yan. Ayan. Tapos distribute lang natin, we have 2z plus j2. No, doon siya nanggaling. Ayan. So, all over z plus j to the fourth. No, magiging j to the fourth yan. Ayan. So, next we have here, saan na tayo? Ayan. So, okay. So, evaluate natin, no? Simplify natin itong mga functions natin na to. So, we have z squared plus j2z. J squared is negative 1, so that is minus 1. Times 2z minus 2z cubed, no? Dinistribute ko na. 2z cubed plus, or rather minus, j 2z squared. Ayan. All over binomial expansion ng fourth. No? So, we have z to the fourth plus j 4z cubed minus 6z squared minus j 4z plus 1. Bakit kaya siya naging plus 1? No? So, remember, ano kapag we have a plus b raised to 4, diba? This is equivalent to a to the fourth. Increasing, decreasing exponent plus a cubed b plus a squared b squared plus ab cubed plus b to the fourth. Diba? So, using Pascal's triangle, diba? 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. So, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. No? Kaya meron tayong meron tayong 4, 6, 4 dito. So, dyan siya nanggaling. No? Yan yung binomial expansion ng a plus b raised to 4. No? So, burahin ko na. So, yung taas, no? Distribute natin. We have 2z cubed. Next, plus j 4z squared. J 4z squared minus 2z minus 2z cubed minus j 2z squared. No? So, all over ito, no, yung z to the fourth plus medyo mahaba z cubed minus 6z squared minus j 4z plus 1, no? Next, so may makakancel sa taas, yes. So we have here yung 2z cube tsaka yung negative 2z cube. Tapos ito magko-combine na may iwan is 2. No? So we have our final answer. J2z squared minus 2z all over z to the fourth plus j4z cube minus 6z squared minus j4z plus 1. Ayan. Yan yung final answer. Okay? So, yan. Yan yung using the regular rules of tawag dito differentiation. Okay? So, for the last example tayo. So, we have here number 4. No? Pinapahanap sa atin is the derivative of z cube plus j squared. No? So, ito yung pinapahanap sa atin. And this is in the form ng u raised to n. No? U raised to n. Then, kukunin natin yung derivative nito na magiging n times u raised to n minus 1 du. Okay, so how do we evaluate this? So, we have n in the form of 2. Ito 'yon. So, we have 2 times copyahin nyo lang yung nasa baba. Z cube plus j. Okay? 2 minus 1 is 1, so hindi ko na siya isusulat. Then du. What is the derivative of z cube plus j in terms of z? Okay, so we have 3z squared. Okay, so we have 3z squared. Next, we have 6z squared times z cube plus j. Okay? Then, distribute na lang natin. So, pag distribute natin, magiging 6z to the 5th plus j 6z squared. So, yan na yung sagot. No? So, we have here, ayan. So, that's how you get the derivative of complex functions. No? So, I hope you guys learned something. No? So, in the next topic, we will discuss yung analyticity of a complex function. No? Yung kasi actually yung mahahalagang part na itong complex functions na dinidiscuss natin. So, stay tuned, stay safe, and God bless.